Hey guys, it's Jim. I'm at Comic-Con 2013 with Stephen Lane, CEO and President of Prop Store and Prop Store of London. Stephen, this is an annual tradition of Prop Store to come here at Comic-Con and show some of the amazing things that you have for sale and in your collection. Can you tell us a little bit about what you brought with you this year?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It's great to be back here again, Jim. I feel like I'm welded to the same spot at the same time, same place. It's just a great vibe in the hall, so we're really we're buzzing on it. So
how was the trip? Was it you excited?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've been in town for a few weeks already, so I've got sort of acclimatized to it now, and we're ready to have a good show.
What did you bring with you this year? I'm noticing some pretty amazing stuff. Something from Alien, I see.
Yeah, this year we tried to bring out some more stuff that people haven't seen before, material that we've unearthed during the course of the year. You know, we're always trying to raise the bar, and it's tough. You know, to keep turning the good stuff up, to keep finding the great gear, but that's the challenge and that's the fun of it as well. So yeah, this year we brought out a selection of pieces, some from sort of more recent movies and some from some of the vintage films from the 70s and things like that. On the top shelf here we have a great selection of a handful of puppets from Pirates, which is the Sony Animation and Aardman production that came out last year, and they're just gorgeous. Aardman Animation puppets really just don't get seen on the market. They're just not generally available. We had lengthy conversations with both Sony and Aardman, talking about how collectors would just love the opportunity to own something like this, and how they'll be revered and preserved for future generations, and really enjoyed as well to a different degree, taking it one step away from the movie. So yeah, we have some of the main characters here. It's a great film. Visually it's just stunning, and we have a whole collection of material from this production which we're going to be releasing later on this year. So we've got a number of different character puppets, we have some of the set pieces, and we have some of the small hand props as well, which are great fun. Tiny little bottles of beer, pirates who are in shackles and things like that, and in cages hung up on the harbour wall and things. So some great stuff coming there.
The detail is amazing on these, I'm noticing.
Well, I suppose they're just shot in such close-up, you know, they have to be absolutely perfect. And the Aardman guys, who are just so highly regarded for their work with the likes of Shaun the Sheep and Wallace and Gromit, you know, just knocked it out of the park with these puppets again. They're just absolutely superb.
I'm seeing something from Superman 2 there, Busted Heads.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. I owned these many years ago. I would say probably back in the mid-90s I bought these, when there was a container of props that was opened up and sold off when they were revamping Pinewood Studios back at that period. And these came out of that collection at that time and went out, and they've changed hands a few times, and I just bought them back recently. And what I love about these, this is the Mount Rushmore scene for any Superman fans. You're going to know what it is. For those who haven't seen the film recently, it's where they fly over the top. Zod, Ursa and Non fly over the top of Mount Rushmore, and of course their laser beam eyes recarve the face of it. The other thing that drew me to these is just that this is Stuart Freeborn's work, so this would have been supervised by Stuart. I can't be sure whether or not he would have been personally responsible for them. They are sculpts rather than life casts, and they're actually made of a cast plaster, which then has like a paint wash on them and pencil detailing and things like that. So there's a huge amount of attention to detail that's gone in there under the supervision of a Superman, Stuart Freeborn. How many S's can I get in there? And just great pieces. So lovely to see.
And right next to that, you've got a pretty famous weapon from Alien.
Yeah, this is a piece that I've owned for probably close to 10 years now, that I thought I'd bring out and exhibit. This is Sigourney Weaver's flamethrower from Alien. It's made of mixed media, so you have sort of a metal gas tank here, which was actually a dummy tank. There's a valve that clips in the back here for a smaller tank. This one would have been a practical flamethrower to give a sort of Bunsen burner effect out the front there, but it wouldn't have been for the full jet, so it never connected up to the full sort of propane gas tanks. It's constructed of resin, there's wood carved components in there, brass work, aluminium sort of trigger rear guards around here. And what's great about this particular piece is that it can be matched up to Sigourney Weaver's. There were probably, I would say, at least 3 flamethrowers made for the film. You see at least 3 different characters hold them at different times, and actually the pipe work has a variance of configuration, so some of the detailing changes on each one. This has had some synthetic restoration over the years, which took place before I got it, but interestingly enough, we bought a collection of behind-the-scenes photos from, of all people's, Ridley Scott's personal driver, his chauffeur, for the whole of the Alien movie, and he got on very, very well with Ridley, and Ridley let him take a huge number of behind-the-scenes photos when he was on set. And one of his jobs one day was actually to carry this and a spacesuit in the car from one location to another after they'd been shooting, had to keep it overnight and then take it to a new location the next morning. And so while this was sitting in the back of his car, he took a photograph of it. This I've had about 10 years. The collection of photographs I've only had about maybe 8 months to 10 months, and we can actually match the photo up